What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I'm your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great little Saturday morning. I know I did. Got to sleep in a little bit. Oh, my Lord, what a week it was. But with work and all the chaos, I did my best to keep you up to date with all of these free agent things. Last night, started passing out, watching Severance, woke back up, and, well, Mekhi Becton finally signed somewhere else. So we got that news. I posted it last night, I think, if I remember correctly. And then this morning we talked a little bit about some things. But wanted to do a live video quick. We're recapping all these moves. This is an important one. And it does affect the compensatory picks. So we're going to talk about that. We'll recap everything quickly in case you missed any of this stuff. And we'll talk about our draft picks, comp picks, cap space, all that stuff you need to know. And I know you're craving that information. So appreciate you all taking the time here, hitting the like button, sharing, subscribing. Would love to hear from you. Have any questions? And I'm already working on the best available free agent show. So we'll talk about the guys that are still out there, your Justin Simmons, all the things we've talked about. I'll give you that with graphics so you can see all that stuff. But wanted to keep you up to date with this. So yesterday, we talked about Mekhi Becton. He's not coming back, right? And, well, sure as hell, here he is, now an LA Charger. So you lose Becton, Gainwell, Pickett on the offensive side of the ball. You see on defense, Burks, Gardner Johnson, Rogers, Slay, Sweat, and Williams. So we talked about this. Mekhi Becton, love to have him back, but the Eagles already have a plan for the future in place, and that's Tyler Steen. Now, they got Kenyon Green from the Texans when they traded for C.J. Gardner Johnson. So there is some competition there. You have Keegan from Michigan last year. So there are some guys there. And I know this stuff upsets people every year, but this is just unfortunately part of the business, and this is the way it goes. And look, I'd love to keep everybody, have all pros at every position. If it were Madden, we could do that, but this is real life. So when we talk about this kind of stuff, when the offseason begins, this is why. So people aren't losing their minds, but, well, they lose their minds regardless because they listen to people that have absolutely no idea what's going on. So, yeah, we lost some players, but it's nothing out of the ordinary. And I'll show you the depth chart again at the end of this video because I'm trying to do that at each show to show you there are already guys in place here for all these players that you have lost. So, regardless, you're plenty of cap space, got about 20 mil. I'm going to have less than that once a bunch of these things hit the book. But right now, if you look, it says we have $26 million in cap space. And that's a lot. But, Bond hasn't hit the books, A.J. Dillon, and they're not going to affect it that much. So you're going to have around 20 mil. That's a lot of money. And you're going to hear somebody tell you need 10 mil for the cap draft pick cap hit. Not 10 mil. It's going to be around 2-3 million. So plenty of money to play with, and I think we will go try to get Justin Simmons. Today would be a great day to go sign Justin Simmons. Howie Roseman, I know you like to watch the show. So, Howie, call up Justin Simmons, sign him, and I'll look forward to making this a clip later today. Justin Simmons, welcome to the Philadelphia Eagles. But no, I don't. I'd love to have him. We talk about Sidney Brown. Obviously, I wanted him in the draft a couple of years ago. Love the kid's promise here, but competition, I'm all about it. And with Vic Fangio here, Christian Parker, the defensive backs coach, Justin Simmons, his familiarity. We talked about it last year before he signed with the Falcons. Love to have him. Let me jump over here to the comments. My man Doyle starting us off. Appreciate you tuning in, dude. Appreciate all the love throughout this free agency. Doing my best to try to keep up with you guys, try to comment back to everything. And it's been a whirlwind. And I love it, dude. I love that you guys are so excited about this stuff. I know a lot of people very upset for things they don't understand, and I get it. A lot of confusion out here. The media really likes to do that to people, spread that negative vibe, try to hate the Eagles as much as they can, join forces with Cowboys fans. All of our Eagles fans are doing that this last week. I don't like that. I'm not a big fan of bandwagon fans. I'm a diehard. I love my birds, and when there's time to be pissed off, I'll be pissed off. There's absolutely no reason to be pissed off right now. Howie Roseman knows what he's doing, and I promise you, when I show you the rest of this stuff, it'll make sense, hopefully, for you. But appreciate you tuning in. Go Birds, little G. Tiffany, Let's effing go, birds. Appreciate you. Hope you guys are all having yourselves a great morning. Almost afternoon here. Holy hell. Time is flying by today. Trying to get some things done. Oh, kind of crappy out today, but I'll take the day off. Now, let me recap all this stuff going on. So, best free agents, or the free agents remaining for the Eagles. I will have the best free agents out later today. Sorry. Hopefully. But now you can see the free agents that we still have out there. Now, James Bradbury, post June 1st designation, he can still sign or do whatever he wants. But that money won't hit the books until after June 1st, that $2 million that we will get in cap space. Now, you have guys like Graham, Harris, Maddox, Morrow, Lovato. If Graham doesn't want to retire, come on back. But I don't think any of those players come back. And then on the offensive side, Blossom Game, Book, Campbell, Clark, Covey, Driscoll, Gates, Johnson, Phillips, Azoma. I think you can walk away from all of them. Fred Johnson had a very down year. I like the depth he brings, though, so you want to bring him back maybe. But you might see a couple of guys brought in after free agency, after the draft, if these guys aren't signed. So we'll keep our ear to the street, and I'll let you know if anything happens. And now let's get into the players, that we have added. And remember, the reserve future guys, always like to show you this list just so you're aware. These are the players we brought back from our practice squad. And, guys like Cameron Latou, who just got there at the end, Nick Muse as well. But guys like Gabe Hall, Andre Sam, who were undrafted last year, part of this team all year. Very excited to see their future, watch their continued development. So we did add players there. We ensured Saquon Barkley was locked down for the next couple of years. Love that. Saquon is the best running back in the game. Hell yeah. Now, the number one priority this offseason was Zach Bond. Got him back. You get Bam Van Sumeren, who, helps on that fullback play we use once, twice, maybe 3 times a game. And he brings you versatility by being able to play linebacker, emergency linebacker. They're only listing him as a fullback. He's a special teamer. He's a guy that, great athleticism. So however they want to use him, excited that he is back as well. Now, the players we added in free agency and via trade, you could see a few defensive players, Adoree Jackson, Patrick Johnson, Josh Uche, and then long snapper Charlie Hewitt, and return specialist Avery Williams in the special teams department. So no Rick Lovato coming back. Don't know that Covey comes back. And then you look on the offensive side, you got Harrison Bryant, A.J. Dillon, Colin Granson, Kenyon Green, and Dorian Thompson-Robinson. So they have been adding the pieces we talked about, adding depth pieces to all these positions we needed. And that is what Howie's been doing so far. So I'm excited about it. I know I'm one of the very few. I guess that's because I'm probably one of the few that actually understands how this stuff works. But I'm excited. We're going back-to-back, winning another Super Bowl. I really don't care what anyone else says. Now, with those trades, getting Green, getting Dorian Thompson-Robinson, you had Green, Gardner Johnson. Obviously, everybody upset about that. And I love Gardner Johnson. Sucks to see him go. But, it's a business. So he moves on, and we give the Texans our 6th-round pick from next year. And we acquired their 5th-round pick for next year, along with Kenyon Green. And I know the media has been placing Kenyon Green in as the starter, but I think they finally watched my show, because you guys know how I feel. I think it's Tyler Steen's job to lose. So Kenyon Green will have to push him. We will see who wants to win that job. But former 1st-round pick, somebody with a lot of talent. We'll see if Jeff Stoutland can unlock it. But it's not surefire that he is that right guard. We'll see how things go this offseason. And then when we acquired Dorian Thompson-Robinson, by really getting rid of Kenny Pickett and acquiring a 5th-round pick for this season. So big-time stuff. Now, these trades, they do not affect your compensatory pick. So when you're adding people there, that doesn't matter. Same with when you cut a player. So Darius Slay, he does not matter. But let's take a look at the Eagles comp picks. And it turned out exactly like I talked about with you guys. I felt that Mekhi Becton would probably get you around a 5th rounder, and that is exactly what the Eagles will be getting here. So you can see their per year money next to him. Milton Williams, Josh Sweat, Becton, and Rogers will get us a 3, 4, 5, and 6. Burks and Kenny Gainwell will not affect because their contracts are too low. And then you see everyone we have added, and I promise you, Dillon, Williams, Johnson, Granson, their money's not out right now, but they will all be X's as well. They are not going to cancel out any of these picks. So a lot of times, when you sign someone to a big contract, that cancels out. So say you do sign Justin Simmons, he would cancel out, one of your compensatory picks based on where he's at with money. So it's not done yet, But right now, as it stands, you could see a 3, a 4, a 5, and a 6. And well, I added those to our draft picks, and I also added the 2027 picks because we'll be able to use them next month once the draft does begin. So you've got yourself 27 picks in the next 3 years. You see this season, we've got 8, a first, second, third, fourth, and then 4 fifths. And do not think that Howie will not be looking to move picks or get players or do whatever, man. He's always, doing Howie things. So I love every second of it. We'll always love Howie. Do not care what the media or casual fans say about him. Dude is a stud. But those picks we have this year, it's really crazy, how things worked out. We traded a while back, like 2 years ago, I think it was, our 5th rounder and the worst of like 2 6th-round picks and got Chauncey Gardner-Johnson back. And then we got a 7th round pick in 2025 this year. But don't worry, we kept moving things. And then we traded a 4th rounder and swapped picks to get DeAndre Swift. Then we traded the 6th rounder to get Alberto, traded Kentavious Street, and our 7th round pick to the Falcons and got a 6th. So, I mean, you can see the trend that I talk about, Howie is always going to continue doing his thing. And then he traded the 98th overall pick. And look, I mean, again, there are still players available. There are things, that I think are possible for the Eagles to try and do here, to whether they want to get a higher pick. There's a lot of players we've talked about, and I can't wait to talk about this draft series. I'm trying to watch what I say, but we kept going. You're going to have to actually – can you guys give me 1 second? I got to pause this. I thought I hear someone knocking, and it's throwing me off. I think someone's at my house, so hold on 1 sec. My sincere apologies about that. Don't even know where the hell I was. Apparently, my kid came home early. So, anyways, Eagles traded a 4th rounder, all these things. I lost what I was saying now. This really, I think we were talking about Street. I had notes. Now I don't know what I'm doing. God damn it, dude. This is really starting to piss me off. So, anyways, my apologies. Ruined. Motherfucker, dude. Oh, dude, now my phone's not working. This is really like the kind of stuff I always got to deal with, just always. So we traded our 4th, got the Dolphins 3rd, traded a 4th, got whatever, dude. And we just traded Kenny Pickett and got that. So you see those picks. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm trying not to be frustrated, but completely lost what I was doing there. And anyways, so that New York Jets pick, the 3rd rounder, we got it for Hassan Reddick. Could have been a 2nd, but he sucked last year, so we didn't. And then you see that Houston pick in the 5th round. That was the C.J. Gardner-Johnson trade. So regardless, so there are your 12 picks, and you see the comp picks, that 3rd, 4th, the 5th, and the 6th. So you've got 3 thirds next year. You've got 2 fourths, and then you've got yourself 3 fifths in that year. And then, obviously, you have all of your picks in 2027. But that is 27 picks total. So, yeah, man, I know a lot of people are confused about what's going on, but we're building a dynasty here. And I promise you, this is what you want to do. You want to keep that turnover going. You want to get those young guys coming in. You want to move on from guys that are getting these huge contracts with the money we have already spent and need to spend on some of these other players in the next couple of years. So, man, don't let people get you down. I promise you, this is an exciting offseason so far. So, let's effing roll. Hollywood, my man, appreciate you tuning in. Sorry, little technical difficulties here, but excitement abound for me. I'm excited about this. I hope you guys are excited. I'll come back later tonight. Any recaps of any kind of the moves that we have made. Going to try to do a best free agents available show. Going to recap all this free agency stuff tomorrow, hopefully. But I'll be keeping you up to date with everything. You guys have any questions? You need to know anything? Please feel free to reach out. predicts what's actually going on. Hey, I appreciate you, and I do what I can, and we do this every single year, and every year people get upset at me for always predicting what we're going to do, and I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings. I'm trying to teach you how things actually work so you don't have to follow the media or any of these casual content creators that always turn their back on the Eagles like that. So people aren't built for this fan base. All these new fans, I get it. We won a Super Bowl. You saw all these people turning on the Eagles last year, making their funeral videos, trashing Hurts, everybody, dude. And that's fine. They're all the biggest Eagles fans ever now. And then, boom, 1 week, I hate Howie. It goes to show you a little lost in the understanding how things work department. And that's fine for me. But happy birthday, early birthday to you. Appreciate you tuning in. Nita, thank you for tuning in. Hope you are doing well. Hope you guys are all having yourself a great weekend so far. Wanted to make this one before I headed out and got a bunch to do here today. But I'll be back later tonight with either a recap of more moves we made, Justin Simmons, or I will be talking about, that best available free agent show. So we shall see what goes down today, but I'll keep you up to date with everything. And look, I always say it, but you need anything, I'm always here for you. Doesn't have to be about the Birds. You got anything going on in life, always here for you guys. Appreciate each and every one of you taking the time here. And oh, wait, I said I was going to show you that updated depth chart, right? Let me do that real quick before I go. Then I'm rolling out. But you can see, obviously, on the offense, I have Steen here at right guard, but it could be Green, it could be Keegan, whoever wants to win that job. But other than that, maybe Goddard gets traded, but you brought in Bryant and Granson. You brought guys to compete. You have all kinds of depth pieces that you've added. You brought back your fullback and Ben Van Sumeren. So offense is still going to be the best in the league. Then when you look at the defensive side of the ball, you brought back Bond, number one priority there. You brought in a couple of edge pieces. Obviously, you are missing some. You brought in a corner. Clearly, Slay and Rodgers are gone. You'll probably look into the draft, but you have Ringo. You have Ricks. You have guys here to compete. Sidney Brown there at safety. We know that there are younger pieces in the wings for a lot of these positions. Moro Ajomo there, where Milton Williams was. Jalix Hunt, where Josh Sweat was. So we've got pieces in place, and I know they're not those people, but it's okay. This is, where Milton Williams was a couple of years ago when, don't get rid of Fletcher. These things make sense when you know what's going on. And then special teams department, adding Charlie Hewlett instead of Rick Lovato was a very big surprise for me. And then Avery Williams, a guy that can actually return both kick and punt returns. Nice to have a return specialist. And Anaya Smith can do the same. So look forward to those guys pushing each other with a bunch of other options we have. And we'll break all that stuff down this offseason. But that's what the team looks like right now. That's what's going on for the Eagles. And I hope to talk to you guys later tonight. But until then, I'm Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there. And as always, go Birds!